In this next fake news article from the Daily Mail, Bill Gates says the White House muzzled the CDC in its coronavirus response. Microsoft founder Bill Gates, 64, slammed the U.S. coronavirus response on Friday, criticizing testing and blasting the White House for having muzzled the CDC. And so what he's saying is that Donald Trump took control over the COVID data to send it directly to the White House because some numbers were being politicized, mainly the number of ICU beds. And they were being used to drum up fear in fake news articles. And this makes it a legitimate reason for him to do this because it's a matter of national security and it affects the election that he is a party to. So the number of ICU beds, most hospitals are small hospitals. My mom's a travel nurse. She works at hospitals. And she thinks this whole thing about the ICU beds is silly because she's seen the ICUs in most of these places. And well, not most of these places. She knows what the ICUs look like from traveling to she's worked at a lot of different hospitals. And they are very easy to fill up. So it's a very easy thing to politicize. So they're saying there's this huge spike in infections, and it's because there's outbreaks in cities that tried to flatten the curve, but they found that indeed it was a freight train that was just going and everybody's going to get it. In fact, I remember back in, let's look at the, what did I actually say? Oh, no, I don't want that one. Let's look here. Actually, I just want to look over here. I will bust out the video. Here we have there is a video. I'm looking for it. Oh, yeah, there's multiple pages. There's a lot of videos. All right, here it is. This is the video. This was one of the first videos. It says 50% of 25 million Californians expected to be infected. U.S. military preparing response. So this was at the beginning of the pandemic. One of the first videos for this channel. And so they just expected 50% of people to be infected. So it's a little bit irritating when they run all this stuff about all of this fear about the infections. It's like, yeah, we thought that was going to happen from the very beginning, but for the fake news industrial complex to exist, they have to perpetually drum up fear in order to click on the article. And so the number of ICU beds, when you put this data out, also becomes a attack vector for hostile agents who can come in and spread COVID intentionally in places where the ICU beds are filled up in order to kill people from lack of medical care. This is a good reason for the head of the United States military to be the one who's in control of that, to make, because only 6% of was that 6% of right up here. Here's the chart. I forget if it's 6 or 8% of Republicans are Democrats. Oh, come on. Where's it at? Where is it? Sorry. Yeah, 6%. Only 6% of scientists are Republican. So we've got Democrats who are engaging in fake news, who are causing Democrat race riots with BLM Antifa Nazis. They're killing hella people. They killed like 13 people in these protests. On the night of broken glass, the Nazis killed 91 people. So let's do the math. When you take 13 divided by 91 and you multiply it by 100, America is 14.2857% Nazi. So give them a round of applause, pat on the back. Americans are not Nazis, just a little bit. So these scientists are crazy radicalized. So the liberals usually vote for Democrats. 55% actually are Democrats, and then 32% are independents who usually vote for Democrats. This makes them a brainwashed swarm of drones, brainwashed by cultural Marxism from the Chinese Nazi Party, from fake news, from spies on Wikipedia, and far leftist who've made Wikipedia a brainwashing propaganda outlet. And what the hell does this have anything to do with it? So that's why Donald Trump did that. Donald Trump is not trying to be malicious by taking that. The number of ICU beds is something that can be used as a method to deliver biological weapons to the United States to kill them. That is called a cyber weapon. That makes that information privileged information. The only thing that you need to know is that we're never going to run out of ICU beds. This is what they don't understand. If you understand that, you're like, okay, sounds perfectly reasonable. But to these people, they look at everything through a politicized lens. I, too, used to also look at everything through a politicized lens.